Letting go of the past is one of the greatest challenges we face as human beings. We often carry the burden of our past mistakes, failures, regrets, traumas, and lost opportunities, allowing them to shape our present and limit our future. While it's natural to reflect on the past, it becomes harmful when it prevents us from living fully in the present. Stoicism, a profound philosophy rooted in rationality and virtue, offers timeless guidance on how to let go of the past and move forward with purpose and resilience. In this extended exploration, we'll delve deeply into Stoic teachings and how they can help you free yourself from the past's grip and live in harmony with the present moment. By the end of this article, you will be equipped with a thorough understanding of Stoic principles and actionable steps to let go of your past and embrace the present with renewed clarity and strength. Understanding the immutable nature of the past. The past is a fixed entity. No matter how much we wish things had gone differently or how much time we spend ruminating on past events, the truth remains. The past cannot be changed. One of the key tenets of Stoicism is recognizing what is within our control and what lies beyond it. The past, according to this philosophy, is firmly beyond our control. To dwell on it is to engage in a futile exercise that saps our energy and prevents us from progressing. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic teachers, frequently emphasized that we should focus our efforts on what we can influence. As he wisely stated, it is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them. The past, with all its pains and triumphs, holds no inherent power over us unless we choose to allow it to. Our emotional responses to past events are shaped by our judgments about those events. The first step in letting go is recognizing that the past is beyond our grasp, and thus, it should not dictate our present or future. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, offered similar wisdom in his personal reflections, known as meditations. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The past belongs to the category of outside events. By internalizing the Stoic wisdom that we can only control our minds and reactions, we empower ourselves to release our attachment to the past. Two, embracing the Stoic concept of acceptance. Acceptance in Stoicism is not resignation. It is the conscious acknowledgement of reality as it is, without the attachment to how we wish it could have been. This principle applies strongly to our relationship with the past. When we resist reality, wishing for a different outcome, a different set of circumstances, or a second chance, we create inner conflict. Stoicism teaches that suffering is not caused by events themselves, but by our resistance to those events. Epictetus captured this notion beautifully. Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually does, and your life will be serene. The Stoic practice of amor fati, the love of fate, encourages us not only to accept what has happened, but to embrace it as part of the fabric of our life's journey. The past, however painful, is part of our story, and accepting it allows us to make peace with it. Acceptance is an act of liberation. It frees us from the mental prison of regret and what-if scenarios. When we accept the past as it is, without the desire to change it, we free ourselves to focus on what is within our control. The present moment and the future we can still shape. This shift in mindset is at the core of Stoic wisdom. By accepting the past, we stop giving it power over us and reclaim our ability to live fully in the present. 3. Detaching from destructive emotions and reframing past events. Emotions such as guilt, resentment, anger, and regret can keep us tied to the past. These emotions arise not from the events themselves, but from our interpretations of those events. Stoicism offers a powerful antidote to these destructive emotions: the practice of apatheia, or emotional tranquility. This does not mean becoming emotionless. Rather, it is the practice of detaching from the unhealthy emotions that cloud our judgment and prevent us from moving forward. Marcus Aurelius advised, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. In other words, our thoughts shape our emotional reality. If we continuously replay past grievances or mistakes in our minds, we perpetuate feelings of anger, guilt, or regret. To move forward, we must change the narrative we tell ourselves about the past. This is not about denying what happened, but about choosing a healthier interpretation that serves our growth. Epictetus encourages us to remember that we are disturbed not by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens. To let go of past emotional wounds, we must challenge and reframe the stories we tell ourselves. For example, instead of viewing a failure as a permanent flaw or a sign of unworthiness, we can view it as an opportunity for learning and growth. The Stoics believed that every obstacle could be transformed into an opportunity for wisdom, resilience, and strength. By changing how we interpret the past, we can let go of its emotional weight and move forward with greater inner peace. Four, the role of courage in facing the past. One of the four cardinal virtues in Stoicism is courage, and it plays a pivotal role in letting go of the past. It requires immense bravery to confront the truth of our past, our mistakes, the pain we've endured, and the wrongs committed against us. However, it takes even more courage to release that past and refuse to let it define who we are now. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, wrote, "Brave men rejoice in adversity, just as brave soldiers triumph in war." This Stoic view suggests that it is through hardship and challenges that we develop true courage. Letting go of the past requires a bold willingness to face difficult truths without being paralyzed by them. Courage empowers us to take responsibility for our present and future, rather than remaining trapped by the chains of what has already happened. Courage is also essential in embracing uncertainty. The past, no matter how painful, can become a comfort zone because it is familiar. Moving forward requires stepping into the unknown future with trust and confidence. As Stoics, we can draw strength from the knowledge that the future, like the past, is beyond our control. All we can do is live virtuously in the present moment, one decision at a time. This takes courage, but it is the path to true freedom. Five, the healing power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. It's not about excusing harmful actions or forgetting what has happened. Instead, it's about releasing the emotional hold those actions have over us. Stoicism teaches that holding on to resentment, anger, or bitterness harms us far more than it harms the person or event we are fixated on. To forgive is to free ourselves. Epictetus offered sage advice on the topic of forgiveness. If someone speaks ill of you, don't make excuses. Instead, answer, "He doesn't know the rest of my faults, or he would have mentioned those as well." This quote reflects the Stoic belief in humility and forgiveness. We are all flawed, we all make mistakes. Just as we seek forgiveness for our own wrongs, we should extend forgiveness to others, not for their sake, but for ours. Forgiveness, whether directed at ourselves or others, allows us to release the grip that past events have on our emotional and mental state. It creates space for healing, growth, and a more peaceful present. The act of forgiveness is, at its core, an act of self-compassion. It is the recognition that we are not perfect and that holding on to anger or regret serves no purpose other than to prolong our suffering. When we forgive, we let go of the burden of the past and make room for peace in the present. 6. The power of mindfulness and presence. Living in the present moment is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Stoics believe that the only moment we truly possess is the present. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. To dwell excessively on either is to waste the precious time we have now. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, consistently emphasizes the importance of focusing on the present. Confine yourself to the present. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully aware and engaged in the present moment, is a powerful tool for letting go of the past. When we are fully present, we are no longer mentally trapped in past events or future anxieties. Instead, we are free to experience life as it unfolds. Practicing mindfulness allows us to break the cycle of rumination and regret that keeps us anchored to the past. In practical terms, mindfulness can be cultivated through simple, daily practices such as deep breathing, meditation, or simply paying attention to the sensations of the present moment. When we find ourselves slipping into thoughts about the past, we can gently bring our focus back to the present, reminding ourselves that the only reality we can influence is the one we are living in right now. Seven, reframing the past as a source of strength. Stoicism encourages us to view challenges and adversity not as setbacks, but as opportunities for growth. This mindset shift is crucial when it comes to letting go of the past. Instead of viewing past hardships as burdens, we can reframe them as sources of strength and wisdom. Every experience, no matter how difficult, holds the potential to teach us valuable lessons. The Stoic philosopher Seneca famously said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." This perspective invites us to see our past struggles as stepping stones toward greater resilience and wisdom. The past does not define us. How we respond to it does. By reframing the narrative of our past, we can transform it from a source of regret into a wellspring of strength. Eight, building a future through Stoic virtue. Stoicism teaches that a life well lived is one guided by virtue. The four cardinal virtues of Stoicism, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, provide a roadmap for living a life of purpose and integrity. Letting go of the past is not just about leaving something behind. It's about moving towards something greater. By focusing on living virtuously in the present, we can build a future that is not defined by our past, but by our commitment to wisdom and personal growth. The past can no longer be changed, but the future is shaped by the actions we take in this very moment. By aligning our lives with Stoic principles, we become the architects of our own future, no longer bound by the constraints of yesterday. Each day offers a new opportunity to live in accordance with virtue and to cultivate a mindset of resilience and purpose. 9. The importance of gratitude for what remains. Stoicism teaches us to focus not on what we have lost or what could have been, but on what we still have. This mindset shift is crucial in letting go of the past. When we fixate on past losses or regrets, we blind ourselves to the abundance and opportunities that exist in the present. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to this. By cultivating gratitude for what remains, we shift our focus away from what is missing and toward what is still possible. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, reminds us to take full account of what excellencies you possess. This practice of gratitude allows us to let go of the past with a sense of peace rather than longing or regret. Instead of yearning for what could have been, we can appreciate the opportunities that the present moment offers. 10. Embracing the power of action. Finally, Stoicism teaches us that action is the antidote to being stuck in the past. When we are paralyzed by past regrets or mistakes, we prevent ourselves from taking meaningful steps forward. The Stoics believed in the power of action as a means of shaping our destiny and creating a better future. Epictetus emphasized, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." The Stoics were not interested in merely thinking about the past or dwelling on regrets. They were focused on living virtuous lives in the present. By taking action, no matter how small, we can begin to move forward and create new possibilities. Whether it's setting a new goal, building a new habit, or taking a step towards a new direction, action propels us into the present and the future. It breaks the cycle of rumination and empowers us to live in alignment with our values. Embracing freedom from the past with Stoic wisdom. Stoicism provides us with timeless tools to let go of the past and move forward with strength, courage, and clarity. By accepting the unchangeable nature of the past, detaching from negative emotions, practicing forgiveness, and focusing on the present moment, we can liberate ourselves from the burdens of yesterday. Stoic wisdom teaches us that the past is not a prison. It is a teacher. Learn from it, but don't let it define your future. The path to true freedom lies in accepting what we cannot change, finding peace in the present, and having the courage to build a future guided by virtue. Let go of the past, embrace the present, and move forward with the strength of Stoic wisdom.